on this. Okay. So, hi! I don't know, I just thought I would come on here and I would show you the bits and pieces that we got when we were at Disneyland Paris. Clearly shopping is my thing rather than Bob's. And I did some damage, but yeah, I thought I would just show you like, well, some of the bits, all of the bits that we ended up getting. So for starters, I got the Disneyland Paris 30th ears. They are so pretty. They're the kind of dark indigo with like a pinky iridescent shift. Obviously the kind of dark indigo, purple, pink is kind of the theme that they're going with color wise for the 30th anniversary at Disneyland Paris. And they've also got like this iridescent bow. All of the characters have like iridescent outfits on, so I think they captured it pretty well. And there's these, I love them. We weren't able to get the Loungefly backpack. I really wanted it, but we left on Sunday and then they released it on Tuesday, and I mean there was just nothing we could do about it. We weren't there. I mean it sold out in like what, an hour and a half or something, so yeah, I mean unless we go back, I refuse to pay scalpers prices. They're like going for over 100 quid more than what they were selling, and it's just like, no. It was pretty, but I managed to get enough stuff anyways, so it's no problem. I also got the Disneyland Paris baseball jacket. Let me just like, so you can see it has got D92 on it, obviously for the year that Disneyland Paris opened. Same year I was born, so me and Disneyland Paris, 20s for 30, eh? But it's so nice. It's like really warm. It's great. It was actually really helpful to have this when we were there because it was raining so much and it was starting to get cold, and I think because we were so tired, it was nice to have this to throw on even under my big jacket. It's really lovely. It has got, here we go, Disneyland Paris 30th on the sleeve. The back, I feel like if I turn around and show you the back, I won't find you again. So, but it's got like Disneyland Paris 30th on the back as well. So, this is something I didn't think I would be picking up, but when I saw it, I was like, nah, I'm having it. Something I did know that I was going to get was the Disneyland Paris Spirit jerseys. The thing was that I wanted the actual 30th one. I had seen the Disneyland Paris 30th, like, you know, loading soon collection, the like pre-30th collection. And I did like the Spirit jersey. And the reason I really liked it was because of the color. So I did end up picking it up. So this is the Disneyland Paris 30th like loading Spirit jersey. So you can see I'm not a big fan of like the front of it where it's like magic is loading. But I like the back where it's got the 30th in the kind of colors that were going along for the 30th. But I love this bluey purple indigo color. So I ended up picking it up. It was, you had to wait to get into the shop, and I had seen like crazy things where people were waiting like over 2 hours in line to get in, and I was just like, right, when we get in there, we're just going hard, we're getting what we want. So we ended up only queuing 15 minutes to get in, and I just went in and was like, right, I'm not getting back into here again, this is it. So I just went for it and I ended up grabbing it. I couldn't help myself. I did also get the actual 30th one. I'm not too keen on the fact that it's white. I wish it wasn't white. I wish it was like the blue or the purple or even the pink, just because white is such a pain to try and keep clean. But I had to have it because of the back of it. So it has the Disneyland Paris logo on it, but as you can see, all of the letters are done like the attractions. I mean, it's even got an X-wing on there, and I couldn't not get it. It was so funny. It was like the unofficial uniform of the trip, because as much as I wasn't wearing them at the time, you looked around and you would just see like 5 people all wearing that white Spirit jersey and these ears, and it was just like everyone had it. It's just so funny. We were in the Skyline bar and there was 2 people in a table across from us, and they sat down and they were wearing it, and like we clearly saw them up and leave, and then the next thing was, it was like an identical 2 replaced them, and it was because they were wearing the exact same thing, so it was just quite funny. Yeah, so that was those bits. I knew I was getting them, like it was just happening. So these are some other bits that I didn't think we were gonna pick up, but I think it was a case of we were in there, we were going for it, and it was just like, right, you want it, get it, we're going. So I did end up picking up the soap dispenser. I had no intention of picking it up, but I saw it there and I saw everyone else grabbing it and I did it. So this is the 30th version, obviously. It's like, focus please on that. There we go. So this is the 30th version. Obviously this initially became really big in Disneyland Tokyo over in Japan, and everyone was so hyped about it, and this is the first time they brought it to Paris. So you pump down in it and it's little foaming soap, and it actually gives you like a little Mickey in your hand. I've not yet opened it, so that's why I can't show you. But yeah, that was just a case of, right, to hell with it, we're getting it, that's that. Next thing we picked up was one of these Disneyland Paris 30th placemats. So these are kind of like 3D. If I move there, you can't see it so well. It's like, but if you look at it face on, it ends up having kind of a 3D effect. I got this for my dad because he used to always get these for us when we were in Disneyland Paris. We first got them when we were in Disneyland Paris, and then we saw them in Disney World. He would pick them up as well, and he just always loved them. He really liked them. So I saw it and I was like, right, I'm getting it, and I'm getting one for Dad. And you know, it's the 30th celebration, so it's obviously special. Like, you don't really see these anymore, so I was like, right, I'm having it. So that was that. I didn't end up getting a 30th fridge magnet. I was looking at all of the pins and I thought they looked really cool, and I was very tempted, but they only seem to have 3. I don't know if they're releasing them in blocks. Maybe they had released all of them and the only ones I saw were those 3. But I was like, if I get those ones, I'll want the whole set, because I'm terrible and I like to collect things, as you can see from behind me. So she just went, we do have a magnet if you're interested in those. So I went, give it to me, I'm having it now. So this is the design. Oh, please just focus in, camera. Oh. There we go. So this is the 30th magnet. It's obviously got Minnie and Mickey in their 30 outfits, and it's got the castle and the 30th emblem on them. But I just thought it was really nice, and it was nice to have something with the characters on it. Obviously we got a lot of 30th kind of bits, but they don't actually have the characters on it themselves, so that was just kind of nice. And I mean, what, it was a $5. Oh. I mean, when you compare it to all the other things I bought, it's like £5. It's not too bad. The next thing that we got, yeah, I was like, do I stick with all the 30th stuff or do I grab the other bits we got? But these were on the pile next, so I kind of wanted to do something matchy-matchy. I'm terrible. Bob hates Bob's not one to buy Spirit jerseys and things like that, but I wanted something kind of matchy-matchy. So I eyed up one of these the first day that we were there, and I was like, oh my god, I want it. And it worked out well because it was really rainy and cold when we were there. So I went back and I picked them up, and I'm so glad I did, because otherwise I would have been freezing waiting out for those fireworks. And it is these Star Wars woolly hats. So the Stormtrooper is mine, R2-D2 is Bob's. We both really love Star Wars. He's more of a Star Wars fan than I am, but we watched Clone Wars together, and we're watching Rebels together, so we really like Star Wars, and I just thought this was something matchy-matchy that would make me happy, and I don't think he'd really mind too much wearing this hat. So that was those. We did not have the photo pass available when we were going, so instead we ended up buying some of the photos because it was Bob's first time meeting Mickey. They wouldn't just take a camera from you and take any photos from you off of your own camera when you went, because there was a photo pass photographer. So we ended up buying some of the prints, which it was his first time meeting Mickey, like, there's no way we couldn't. Come on. So that was those. Next thing is the 1000-piece Disneyland Paris 30th jigsaw puzzle. So this has the whole map. Oh, light. It has the map of the park and all the little characters around it. And this is something Bob grabbed and just went, oh, this is really cool. And I went, yeah, fine, put it in the bag, we're getting it. So we have plans to like do it all up and then varnish it or like lacquer it and then pop it up on the wall. So it'll be something nice to remember the trip by. So that's that. And then the final things we also got the bags. Ugh. It's all like reusable bags there, so you don't get anything paper or that. So you do have to purchase these, but these are the reusable bags. They were like €3, I think, but they were very much needed, obviously, for all the things we bought. But I couldn't help myself, just grab them. But they're great for shopping, so I'll happily use them. These were the things that I wanted the most. I didn't think I wanted them the most until I saw them and we're there, and I was like, right, I'm having them. And it's all the glassware that they have for the 30th anniversary in Disneyland Paris, and it's so lovely. So we ended up getting a lot. I would have bought more if they were available, but they weren't. So we picked up this 30th Stein for Bob. So it's all in the colours. It's got the 30th anniversary logo on it, and it was just something nice, and it was something that he wanted, unlike me who wanted all of the things. And for him to want something and think that was nice, it was like, right, well, we're buying that for you. We were meant to get him a mug, but we forgot. We forgot to go back and get it, so the camera died. Bob did everything with the camera, so I don't know how long the battery would usually last for, so I pushed it and clearly it didn't last. But anyways, so yes, that was the Stein. And then these are my favorite things. So they also released some, I think they're down as water glasses, but I would deem them as like stemless wine glasses. But they are 30th anniversary glasses that obviously you can see the colors change, so they've like an iridescent quality to them. But please focus in, please show it. They have, oh, there we go, the characters on them, so you can see Minnie with the 30th logo on it there. It's so hard to show these off. I wonder if I'd something behind it maybe. I do like that. That work better? Kind of. But you can see these were my favorite things. They had 7 of them. I have 5. And the only reason I don't have all 7 is because of the fact that Mickey and Donald were no longer available. But I have just made an order for them on eBay. And they will hopefully be coming in like 2 weeks or so. I'm terrible. As I said before, I collect things and I had to have them. And I have actually just found out that, so they have like all of the kind of Mickey and Friends classics. So we have Minnie. These are the ones I obviously have. We have Minnie. We have Daisy. Sorry, I have to like very carefully put them back, obviously. Get them the whole way here from Paris and then they end up breaking. Not great. Here is Pluto. It focuses. There we go. And then we have Goofy. It's so difficult to get you see them. You can obviously see them a lot better in real life. And then this is the final one, which I was like really cool, because obviously Chip and Dale, or Tick and Tack as they call them over there, are really big things. They really love Chip and Dale. So it was nice to see them on something. So yeah, so I bought those 5. I was actually really lucky to get Minnie. Someone in front of me was desperate to get Donald and they didn't have it available, but there was a cart outside that showed all the display ones, and she was speaking in French, but I kind of saw what she was doing and saw her pointing and heard her saying Donald, Donald, and then I realized what she was doing, and she was asking if they were willing to give her the one in the display, which I feel like if you're in the States, there's no way they'd do that. There's no way they'd give you the one out of the display. But in Paris, they were fine. So as soon as we realized what was happening, I just shot out. And she got the last Donald, but I managed to get a Minnie to add to mine. So I was very happy. And as I said, I've got the other 2 on the way. You can actually get a Nick and Judy as well. I just saw it online. I do really like them. And it's so infrequent that you get anything that has to do with Zootopia. So I kind of want to get them, but also they're just done in like their regular outfits. Whereas like you can see with all these guys, they're done up for the 30th. Like they're in like their little suits and everything. Whereas Nick and Judy are just kind of themselves. So I kind of feel like it would look better separate to these guys. Because I will end up putting these on display. Once we sort out some bits and pieces with the house, but these will end up going on some sort of display so I can show them off. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Who knows? But I just have to make sure that Mickey and Donald get here safe first, and then we'll think about it. But yeah, so this is everything I want to say that we bought, but I mean, realistically it was me doing most of the shopping, as I'm sure it will be when it comes to Disney World. Bob's intention is to spend that money on snacks, and I have other ideas. But yeah, hopefully you liked this, just what we picked up. Hopefully I've not been too boring. I know I like to talk, so this is probably quite long. I apologize for that. But yeah, just thought I'd show it off to you, and hopefully you enjoyed it, and maybe you've seen some bits that you didn't think about getting for your next Disneyland Paris trip that you might go, actually, I'm gonna pick that up. So yeah, as I said, hopefully it wasn't too boring and hopefully you enjoyed it. So